Welcome back to Theme Journals. My name is April. Okay, so I just wanted to show you what I've done. I've cut this in half, and now we have two pieces of beautiful fabric, decorated fabric for Steampunk. Welcome back to Theme Journals. My name is April. Welcome to the channel. For all those of you who are newly signed up, wonderful to have you here. Now, I did some interesting things on here, and as you can see here, I used the stickles as mark making decoration on this half of the see more mark making here. You can see the glitter. I use different stickles for the mark making, some gold, some blue. Now this is what we're going to decorate this time, and I have a technique I wanted to show you. Now, there we go. Okay, I'm going to put you on hold so I can put you up on the stand without getting you seasick. Okay, I discovered this technique after I let you guys go. So you see this? We're going to do the technique on this and this, maybe these. Okay, so we have this glitter, right? Remember when I mixed this color and it didn't turn out quite right? I've discovered something that really makes it cool. Okay, so you need your permanent, you need your good glue stick, your permanent glue stick. So remember how we want to use the sides? We'll continue to want to use the sides on this project too. And you just put your glue down like this. All right. So it's nice and glossy. And then what you want is a very small a small brush. Hang on, let me move a few things that are in my way. Okay, so you use the static cling that's on your tip, and you just drag it through here. Get a little bit on, and then you just go over as if you're painting over the glue. I mean, how cool does that look? And you can use any color. I just happen to use the pigment that's gold because it looks really good. So see how that just, and it glues and it stays on. All right, so we're going to let's see here. All right. And you just do it the same technique on every single piece that you want it to glitter like gold. Yeah. This is even a better technique than the gold foil. I'm sure other people have done this, but I've never seen it. And I really love it. You have to work fairly fast because of the you don't want the glue to dry, but all right. Now, if you want, you can go ahead and use like a gold stickle in the middle. Ooh. Well, that's weird. All right, let me get my needle and stick it down this. Now, to mark make with stickles, all you do is you would use your stickle as if it's a metallic marker and do the exact same things, and you just make highlights where you want the mark making to be. You know. I know I've used quite a few of these to almost be empty, so I'm not surprised I'm having such trouble with these. All right, hang on. See if this helps. So, you know, you don't have to put them all like these two. You don't want to get, you know, I don't want to overwhelm what I'm doing, but yeah, that gets it pretty good. Let's see. So you can see that you can highlight stuff, you can low light stuff if you wanted to. You can put glue, you know, use glue and put, you know, mica dust on it. I just love all of these situations where, and I went to town on this half of it to what do you call it, do highlights and lowlights, and I even used my alcohol inks to decorate some of the balloons and stuff this time around. So yeah, very exciting. All right, now I've got one place on this fabric from the other side that I don't like at all. So I'm going to fold this up into a small piece so we can get at it without, because I've got, let's see, I got new stuff that's drying over here, and I got stuff over there that's drying now. So I'm going to put it like this, and I don't like this at all. We're going to redo it. So in order to redo it, we've got to get, and I think I've got more stencils in finally, that are steampunk and different from the stencil that we've been using all along. So, oh, look at that. Here's a mini one of the one we've been using all along. Hysterically funny. All right. Now, I think I'm going to use this blue. And you can, let me make sure you can see. Hang on, before I start doing this. No, you can't. Okay, I'm glad I checked. All right, so this is the mini version of the one we've been using all along. Funny stuff. So I'm going to take this and get some butter, stencil butter out, and I'm just going to go around like so. Get just a smidge more so I can get it in. All right, let's see what it looks like. I could have gotten a little more right there in that corner, but the worst of it's gone, and I'm happy with it. All right, hang on. Let me put my... Now this stuff dries really super fast, so you've got to get cracking on the removal of the stencil butter off of it. Hang on. Let me all right. It's so funny that I choose the mini version of the one we've been using. I was trying to get a new one. All right. Trying to get it off my hands so I don't... Yep, the same one is coming up as on the big one. I'm having the same problem with the same mini stencils I have on the big one. Oh, how annoying is that? All right, so now we've got to let both of these dry. And then the next thing I'll do with these is take pictures of them because they are officially done once these are dry. And I think I'll put some stencil marks or put some markings on the blue so that it blends in better and it's not so in your face blue. And we'll consider this done. All right. Now, I've got blue hands. Oh boy. Okay, okay, here's the lid. Now, I got these in the mail. They're little gears and stuff. So what we're going to do is we are going to use our glue and we're going to make little glue marks. All right, like that. All right, all right, that should do. All right, now in order to all right, hang on, let me move this over here so it's not in our way. I only have one thing to glue on that, and that's the stencil butter. And of course I get stencil butter all over myself. All right, so we got 3 more gears. Not exactly sure what, oh, it's a broken gear. That's what that is. All right. Okay, so we're going to get some more out. Let's drag out a good little bit. All right. Of course, you could also use, oh, look at what I missed doing. I didn't do that butterfly. B7000. Oh, I can't think tonight. B7000. Yeah, you could use B7000 for this as well. So let me get out some B7000 and we can experiment with that as well. Let's see. E6000, pardon me. We need B7000. Ah, B7000. All right. All right. All right. So that's B7000. I think I'm gonna like the my other glue for this. Now, I just got to brainstorm. I've got glue everywhere. And this little string of it. Oh, excuse me. So now I got little gears in the circles. How cute is that? Okay, come on. I don't want strings of glue left over the canvas. That's why I'm being pedantic with that glue string. Oops. That is adorable. All right, so we'll just go back to putting dots different places, and we can use this other non-circled. We can put a couple in one spot. Right. Let's put this one there too, since it seems to want to give me a bad time. Ugh. All right, so you can see you can do so much more decorating than, you know, than just liquid pearls and stickles and eyelash, you know, pigments, things like that, and pigments and markers. And rug. Except for the strings. The strings are really got to go. Let's put a dot there. And these are so small, you can just put a blob, you know, a bit of them in the same spot, as long as they're all gluey when you... So we did a lot of experiments with this fabric, and I'm so excited about that. Okay. There. Put some on top if it just doesn't want to stick. All right. Where else do we want to stick stuff? I guess we can put it here. Sorry. Oh, yeah. All right. So that's what I'm going to be doing, using up the rest of these on both sides of the, what do you call it? The, both sides of the fabric. So anyway, I'm just really excited about this fabric. It's coming along nicely, and I think it'll make great paper. Once I take the photos of it, I'll print some out, and we're going to use the paper for the interior of our steampunk journal. Yep. All right. Thank you for joining me on today's theme journal journey. Let me just zoom in so you can sort of see that right here? Yeah, that's what we've been doing in here. You can see the little gears. So that's what I was gluing on. And I'm going to scatter them throughout this side and the other side. And then if I don't think of anything else we can do on this fabric, we'll call it done. Thank you so much for joining me today on today's theme journal journey. Enjoy your Sunday in your craft room, and happy crafting trails. Bye.